Ilorin, are you ready? GADGETLAB is ready to offer sales and repair services for all gadgets, especially phones and laptops.
Affordable and student-friendly prices.
We offer 24 hours customer service, door-to-door delivery, and home service options. For more inquiries, please call 0906 4050 387 or chat us via 0906 4729 723. GADGETLAB. Affordable quality.
Hey there guys, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be learning how to draw the development of a hexagonal pyramid. So you're staring at how the finished drawing will look like. So reference material as usual is J.N GREEN. Alright, so hexagonal pyramid. Here we have front elevation and plan of different types of pyramid: triangular, square, and hexagonal pyramid. And as you already know, we'll be working on a hexagonal pyramid today. So I will draw a horizontal line on my T-square. For the dimensions of the drawing, we just take arbitrary dimensions for today, but obviously, you know, the questions determine the dimension to use. So for the base of the plan of the front elevation, and obviously front elevation is a triangle, so for the base of the front elevation we'll take 15 millimeters, which is pretty much equivalent to 5 centimeters. So you want to mark out the midpoint of the base, because we need to draw lines through the starts, the midpoint and the end of the base. So draw perpendicular lines on the initial horizontal line we drew. Alright, so make sure the vertical lines you're drawing are very long, because we need them to draw the entire plan and front elevation. Alright, so next up, let me zoom in to make it a bit clearer. Usually I make points with my divider, but since the diameter of our circle is equivalent to the radius, is equivalent to the diameter of the baseline of the plan, you can easily just draw your circle. And remember, the circle represents the plan of our hexagonal pyramid. So after drawing the plan, after drawing the circle that represents the plan, we're going to try to divide it into 12 equal parts. So we have two methods for dividing a circle into 12 equal parts. You could use the what's it called, the set square method, where you just place your set square on your T-square. Okay, place it and draw 60 degrees, place it at angle 60 degrees and 30 degrees respectively. Alright, so you keep switching side until you do that. Alternatively, you could use your your compass. So get the radius of the circle you just drew. That will be about 2.5. So on any side of the circle, right, on any side of the circle, you can put your pin and then cut the circle on its circumference. So there's something you notice. This method and the first method of set square will give you the same thing. So putting my pin there, I'll try to cut, and you see that I'll be cutting on the same line as I drew earlier with my set square, with my 60-degree set square. Alright, so you can change sides now. We can move the pin to another side and try to cut, maintaining the radius. Please ensure you maintain the radius, because the moment you change or alter the radius, you're going to get something different. Make sure you maintain the radius of 2.5. You don't have to measure. All you have to do is put the pin at one end and, you know, just extend the radius. Cut, remember, a hexagonal 6 sides. So we're going to draw the first side. So place your ruler and draw the first side, and please remember, the circle is to be drawn with a thin line, because the circle is only a construction line. The main thing we need is a hexagon. So our hexagonal pyramid, as we saw earlier, has a triangle for the front elevation and a hexagon for the plan. So the plan of a hexagonal pyramid is a hexagon, while the front elevation is a triangle. So the triangle and the hexagon has to be drawn with thick continuous lines. Alright, so that's why I'm drawing my hexagon with a thick continuous line, and my circle was initially drawn with a thin line because it's only a construction needed to get our hexagon. So you can use any method of drawing hexagon to get your hexagon. It's your choice, but obviously I'm using the circle method, and I just illustrated how to go about it with two different methods, either your set square or the compass method. So next up, we'll try to draw our okay, let's try to cut the hexagon first. Draw two lines to draw two lines across it, just as shown in the complete diagram we saw earlier. So if you notice, this this drawing the front elevation and the plan used here is the same as the one used in drawing auxiliary drawings. Alright, so you should be used to that by now, because we did auxiliary drawing in first semester. But every which way, you can always learn, relearn, unlearn, and stuff like that. So going back to our drawing. So I'm trying to transfer any of the horizontal lines upward to draw the base of my triangle. You can just draw the base simply, just put your T-square and draw a horizontal line in between the two vertical lines we drew earlier. So the width of the horizontal line I just draw is 50 millimeters or 5 centimeters, depending on the calibration you're using. So that's the base of my plan. I remember my plan is a triangle. So the next thing is I will draw my slant height of the triangle. So we'll be picking an arbitrary one too. Let's see, be 60 millimeters, equivalent to 6 centimeters. Alright, so nice and smooth, we'll draw our front elevation, which is simply just a triangle, with thick lines, please, thick lines, because obviously we can see that the front elevation of a hexagonal pyramid is a triangle. Since we can see that, it has to be drawn with thick lines. Alright, so we are about done, but we're still not done. We need to extend vertical lines or perpendicular lines from the edges of the plan to the front elevation. So in the arrangements shown with your T-square and your set square, place your T-square and then your set square on your T-square. Draw perpendicular lines extending from the plan to your front elevation, and please make sure they extend to the base of the front elevation. Alright, so you do that nice and smooth. Next, we will join the lines. Ensure you draw the extensions from the plan to the front elevation within lines. So inside the plan, we'll draw from the baseline to the apex with thick continuous lines. Okay, thick continuous lines. Do that for the second part. From the base to the apex again with thick continuous line. Alright, nice and smooth. Personally, I like using my set square as a ruler since it's well calibrated. So ensure you're using a smooth drawing instrument. Don't use the one with rough edges that will ruin your drawings. Alright, so our front elevation is pretty much completed. Likewise, our plan. So we need to make sure the apex is clear, because we'll be needing the apex as a midpoint, as a center point rather, for something we'll do very soon. Now you can label or number the parts on your plan. So the labeling is arbitrary, obviously. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that makes sense because a hexagon has 6 sides, obviously. Next thing, pick up a compass and place the pin in on the midpoint on the apex of the triangle. Then extend the pencil part to the base of the triangle, to one side of the base of the triangle. Using that as a radius, draw a semicircle to the right hand side. Alright, so from the apex of the triangle to any of the sides, but I'll be drawing to my right hand side. So from the apex of the triangle to the right hand side, bottom right hand side, make sure it touches. Alright, so I'll try to show what I'm drawing. I'll try to extend my camera. Forgive me for not making it clearer, but just hold on. Alright, so you extend from the apex to one side of the base of a triangle, and make sure the line you're drawing is a thin continuous line, because it's only a construction line for something we want to do. And what we want to do here now is the development. So we need first we need plan and front elevation to get our development. Alright, so notice each side of the hexagon is 2.5 centimeters or 25 millimeters, which is correct, because when you have a base, when you have a circle of diameter 50 centimeters, the side of any polygon drawn inside has to be half of that diameter. Specifically, a hexagon, right? The side of the hexagon has to be half of the diameter of the circle used to make the hexagon. So the diameter of the circle is 50, which means each side of the hexagon has to be half of that 50, which is 25 millimeters or 2.5 centimeters. And if you go around with your compass, you discover that everything is 2.5 each. So with that as the radius, put the pin of the compass on the end of the circle, the semicircle we drew earlier, and cut an arc. Make sure you maintain the radius and cut 6 arcs. Right, so the new arc you're cutting is not the new midpoint. Nice and easy. Make sure you don't alter the radius. Make sure you don't alter the radius, please, because if you alter the radius, it will alter the dimension being transferred. It's pretty much 2.5. Make sure you cut 6 arcs before stopping, and don't alter it. And this also has to be done with thin lines, because it's still a construction we're doing. Nice and easy. So we have to draw short horizontal lines to join each of the arcs we've cut, but starting from the base of the triangle, right? So draw a horizontal line from the base of the triangle to the first arc. Next, from the first arc to the second arc, draw a horizontal line with thick continuous lines, because this is part of the development we want to draw. So you do that for all 6 arcs. Nice and easy. Ensure you are not drawing outside the semicircle. Ensure your lines are not extending. Ensure you're not over drawing. Ensure your lines are thick and uniform. So the basic drawing principles, they need to be adhered to. You're using thick construction lines. Ensure they're uniform. ensure all your thick horizontal short lines are uniform. Just ensure your lines are uniform. Alright, so we have about 5. We need one more. Okay, so this is the last one, last but not the least. So I'm going to put the 5th arc to the 6th arc by drawing a short horizontal line in between the two arcs. So we're going to do something very simple now. So from the 6th arc, we're going to draw a vertical line to touch the apex of our front elevation, which is the triangle. So the apex of the triangle, join it to the last arc. That's the 6th arc. Hope I got my numbering right for the arcs, so I think it should be about 6 if I didn't count wrongly, but every which way. So join the apex of the triangle to the last arc. You do the same for every single arc you've drawn. So the penultimate arc, you join to the apex of the triangle, which is your front elevation, and you do that till you go around the semicircle again with thick continuous lines, because this is our development. This is how the development of a hexagonal pyramid looks like. Alright, nice and easy. Nice and easy. Just make sure you placing your ruler well and draw a straight line from the apex to each of the arcs. Uniform thick lines for all the lines you'll be drawing. Make sure they're uniform. Make sure their thickness are uniform. Okay, so we have 2 more arcs to go. Okay, so yeah, nice and easy. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. So this is how our development looks like. Very sharp, very simple, and very neat. Alright, so while starting on the development, quick reminder, this video was proudly sponsored by GADGETLAB, your home for affordable, high quality tech gadgets, modern day tech gadgets like your mobile phones, your laptops, all kinds of mobile phones, from your Android to your iOS, iPhones, Samsung, Techno phones, brand new, UK used. You can also swap your tech gadgets to, especially the mobile phones and laptops. You have all kinds of laptop for every buyer, high quality laptops for every buyer. Okay, so for more information, to contact Gadget Lab, you can check the details in the description of this video. You can contact our dealers directly from the contact left in the description of the video. You can send them messages. We have instant response units that will respond to you, so you can just contact us from the details below. So this is how our final development looks like. Make sure you do the needful numbering. So the development has been labeled, front elevation has been labeled, so has a plan been labeled. Very clear. If you have any questions, please don't forget to comment below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.